Hello everyone, welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob.
I'm Mel.
And we're going to be doing a channel update and Q&A. This is our monthly series we started after reaching one of our Patreon goals that we reached. We reached a whole bunch and have done most of the things we said we'd celebrate, but we'll talk a bit more about some of those and some upcoming ones shortly. But welcome everyone live. I see people talking about what they're eating for lunch. I see some moderation needs to be taken with jalapeno Cheetos here. Everything's good, but in moderation, okay? Love it, love it.
Dragon says I'm sitting on the wrong side of the table. From all of our other videos, yeah.
Yeah, because the text of games in the background, if I flip it, it'll all be backwards and it'll drive me nuts.
Yeah.
So,
but this is the real side I sit on normally.
Yeah. You're seeing us normally.
Yeah.
The camera's not been altered to flip us and, fit it for how our hands are moving on the table and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes secrets. But yeah, so with all the writing in the background, I always have to flip it back. Or if we're in a multiplayer playthrough and I have multiple cameras and stuff, I'll still flip it if needed. Because usually the board game shelves are further in the background. You can't really read them, especially when we're in the small shot.
Yeah.
But that's something.
That's funny.
So wow, I see Matt's here, Janet's here, Dragon, Dale's here, Sakabra. Who do we got? Scott, Brian. It's XRIS, which I'm assuming is Chris. Or something crazy way of saying XRIS. But hello. Hello from Canada and welcome from the UK. Let's see here. Sir Hunt here. Chizzy. Oh, I'll be mentioning you in a sec. Let's see here. And I don't know how to say Dreux, but it's probably Drew.
Yeah.
I would think, right? It's a cool way to spell Drew, I think. But hello, welcome. Bit Jam's here. Kazumi, Paul's here.
Kanji, right. I think you missed Kanji.
No, that was calculated. I'm just kidding. Kanji, I do that and I'm like, man, that's why I don't do this normally, because I will miss someone because I'm quickly scanning down and I'm trying to do it fast enough so I don't repeat the same name by accident because my memory is like a goldfish. But Cam King's here. You gotta flip it and reverse it.
So Dragon, funny.
Missy Elliott.
Dragon says something funny. Need the romper room mirror when reading the names. We've definitely talked about that before.
Yeah.
Okay, and it is Drew. Okay.
Awesome.
And
from
so
South Louisiana. Awesome.
Nice.
Welcome. Hello from Ontario, Canada. Well, Splice. Somebody. Yanis is the first to mention it. I put that up there on purpose. I want to see how long it would take for someone to mention it. And would we mention it first or would you? And I was right. I was right.
Eagle Eye. They're searching the background for spoilers.
Got that 2 days ago. Showed up in the mail. I don't know if anyone else getting Chip Theory orders lately. I saw one person mention it online. But they got in stock in Canada, all of the third wave of Too Many Bones stuff. And it was annoying. And then I went to order it 2.5 weeks ago or so. It came into stock, which I didn't get an out of stock notification. I signed up multiple emails on all the products. I got 0 notifications. I checked spam, nothing. But thanks to our Discord, I think Sakabra was the one who shouted out to go order it right away. Stopped what I was doing. We're in the middle of a game with Kyle off camera, trying to learn something. And I was like, oh, hold on. Stop, everyone. I need to order this right now. I don't want to miss out on it again. So we placed the order. It said 10 to 15 days shipping. I was kind of floored by that. It literally didn't ship for 2 weeks. But when it did ship, it showed up within a day, which was nice. But it came with a free dice tray. And I didn't add it to my order, and I didn't use any of those codes from Gen Con or nothing. They don't work anymore. But yeah, I just placed an order, 3 items. I double checked. And then, they threw in one of those free leather dice trays. And that was awesome. I was like, okay, cool. I wanted one of those, but I just didn't. I was going to grab one the next time we see them at a convention. Or I should have done it. If they were in stock, I would have ordered that during UK Games Expo or Gen Con and got the free dice tray added in. But yeah, I got an extra dice tray. And then I saw someone else post online doing that. So I don't know if they're trying to say sorry to Canadians.
Yeah, that was what I thought.
No, it wasn't streamer privilege for sure, Sakabra.
No, I saw it on Facebook too. A couple people were posting it.
I thought that at first, but Tip Theory Games doesn't ship stuff from Minnesota anymore. And they have done that to me when stuff came from their warehouse. They'll sneak things in the box. and then they send me emails, winky winky.
Yeah.
But this one was just a straight order, came through the normal channels, and I'm sure they didn't know it was me. I used a different email. I don't think I ordered that with because I was logged in with a different email, so I just signed up quickly to an account and ordered it. But I think they're giving out free dice trays to say, like, sorry to Canadians, because, like, if you go on their Discord, there is some Canadian asking every single day, where's the damn Too Many Bones stuff? I live in Canada. Why don't we have it yet? Why is it in stock everywhere else? When can we have it? And I know they've had problems with, like, distributors in Canada, like, not delivering for them. They've changed distributors recently and stuff, which caused a lot of issues. But yes, the stuff's in stock in Canada for those curious. Yes, you can officially get Splice and Dice, Dart, and the Lab Rats now. Hallelujah. For now, at least, until it goes out of stock, and then we have to wait another 6 months for them to restock in Canada again. I don't know, but hopefully they keep a nice stock flow. They've solved their distribution issues. But yes,
yeah,
you can officially get Splice and Dice. It will come to you. It might take a couple weeks, but you can get it. So look for that on the channel soon. I've already started reading it, got it all out, started dabbling, but that should be on the channel within the next week or two. Hopefully, depending on other things. All right, so let's go over our little channel update. Where we talk about stuff that you may or may not care about, but it's kind of a way to kill time while others show up, and then we can get into our Q&A. So most importantly, thanks to our new patrons, thanks to everyone who supports us, who exists right now supporting us. Thanks to all the people who do support us, and thanks to those who are going to support us over the next month. We appreciate it. All your ongoing support goes back in the channel. It gets new games on the channel. It helps the channel grow, helps me get new equipment, keeps me doing this full time. It all good. All good things will come. We'll keep growing the channel with that support, and yeah, keep getting bigger. And the bigger we get, the better we'll have interaction with other publishers and stuff, and we can get more games on the channel and get some cool stuff early and that kind of stuff, which will help us out. Right, so we hit 100 Patreons over the last month. I've never
amazing.
seen. I don't think it ever got that high. The most Patreons we had before I started doing this full time, and we have all our current supporters. There are a few still supporting us that were supporting us way back when Mel convinced me to start a Patreon. But when we had Game of Thrones, the card game was like our main content. We had a few, but it never got near 100. And so I'm super floored. I looked the other day, it's like 102. Mm-hmm. But thank you. That is huge.
That is huge.
To have
Thank
100 Patreon supporters, we hit that milestone. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I also want to highlight producer Zach from Loquitur Gaming. I don't think he's here. I haven't seen him yet.
Not
but
yet.
If you're watching this in the future, Zach, thank you so much for your extra support. He bumped up his pledge. He's now our second highest supporter. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's
no words.
It's very touching.
Yeah.
He reached out, says he wanted to get into it, I remember, and he started his own channel recently. He said I was a huge inspiration. I don't like to toot my own horn or anything, but imitation, or inspiration is very flattering, right? It's highest form of flattery, they say. And it's so he started his own channel streaming games how I started, was trying to stream heavier games. He's playing campaign games. He's trying to figure out the streaming stuff. He's trying to build a channel. He does a pretty good job, I think, so far, especially for being a new channel. But if you want to support him, I've linked his YouTube channel down in the description below. I appreciate his support. I appreciate being involved in the community and everything. And he's a new YouTuber. He's still not even at 100 subscribers. But if you want to go check out his stuff, I've linked it in the video description. If you're interested at all in his stuff and you like what I do here, you might like what he does there. Go check him out. Give him a shot. If you like what you see, subscribe. Help Loquitur Gaming, make more content on the internet, playthroughs and stuff, and that kind of thing. So go check him out. But thank you again, Zach, for your increased support. I appreciate it. We also have new producers, Chizzy, who's here
in the chat.
Yeah, shout out. Joshua Landers and Theory have become new producer tier patrons of the channel. Thank you for your support.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. I know some of I think all are in the Discord. But if you are a producer that's been a producer of the channel for years, and some of you have been at that level, and you're not in the Discord still, and you want to be, I know some people don't, but yeah.
But why wouldn't you? It's fun.
Yeah, you can just be a
kidding.
lurker.
I'm
just
kidding.
Come and lurk. I lurk a lot.
I know, I read everything, because as
Yeah.
a moderator, I think you kind of have to, but yeah, we can't comment on every post. We would love to, but...
Yeah. Discord, connect your Discord with Patreon. and you can jump on in the Discord and chat about random things, ask questions. Yeah. Just a place to chat privately in the background with other producers and us.
Yeah. There's a great community of people in there.
Yeah, we're in there.
Love
But
it.
welcome to the
Yes.
new one. All right. Patreon goal update. We reached the goal that Mel and I, to celebrate, are going to create a video of the top games we like to play together. So we've been like kind of jotting down, making notes over the last week or so, but we're going to film that soon, get that edited, put that up on the channel. So that goal was hit. Our next goal is the Mel painting stream, which we haven't hit yet, but we are super close.
Yeah.
We did a kind of test stream to see if anyone even cared to watch it, or if it worked out, or if we know what we're doing and we can do a painting stream, and anyone was interested. And it was really good. It was successful. We had fun. It was great. Mel wants to do it more, but we did set it as a goal to do at least once a month. Mm-hmm. And we're almost at that goal. So that's the next Patreon goal. If you're interested in any of the goals, you can check out the link to Patreon down in the video description if you want to check them out. We have just that one as the next one, and we're going to talk a little bit more about others later. But that is that update. If you have any ideas of things you'd like to see us do on the channel, or we could do like games or something. Any ideas?
Yeah.
Any ideas of goals that we can use for our Patreon goals or whatever? Drop them in the comments if you're watching this later. Let us know in the chat. Mel will make a note of it, and we can kind of work some stuff out and add a bunch more goals. And then that's just a way to like force us to do things that we may put us out of our comfort zone, or maybe just some new stuff you might like to see us do on the channel.
Yeah.
If you're interested, stream
Oh my
Twister
God.
Legacy.
I don't think anyone wants to see that dragon.
Awkward. But yes, hello Jim. Vinyl's here. Oh man. Yes, Yanis, yes, I did also get the new gear locks. I was going to put them up behind too, but it was last minute. I was like, I'll just throw out this box, see if anyone noticed it. I was going to kind of hide it behind other boxes, having it just peek out the side and see if anyone caught it, but I wanted to remind us to talk about it. But Dragon beat me to it. Get out of here.
Oh,
Okay.
Mel's Sept. Yeah. That's.
We'll talk about the 24-hour stream thing, Sirhan. That is...
Yep.
Yes, we'll talk about
Yep,
that.
we'll get there.
Mel's top 10.
It's on my list from.
that on the
Well,
list?
it's on my list from last time's ideas.
Okay.
So we'll continue. We'll keep it
Yeah,
there.
we could. We'll throw that in there. Gaming channel and no Monopoly playthrough. Shame.
So what you're saying is we should get that new one, the Monopoly for Sore Losers. Just kidding.
Kind of don't want to give any money.
I'm just
to any
kidding. We're not
Monopoly.
getting that.
I'm a huge believer of voting with your wallet, and I
Yeah.
don't want to give any money to those like crappy, pumped out,
Yeah.
no thought put into them games all across Walmart's and Target shelves that are just like junk. Man, some of those games are just like quick money grabs, crappiest quality, put in a box, and they're like selling them off. Yeah, no thanks. But anyways. Okay, so next we're going to talk about, let's highlight some past content we've had on the channel. If I can find it here. So things we've done over the last month. Quickly, I'll run them down here. So for anyone interested, I played solo through all the Hostage Negotiator Abductor packs, and then we did the Career Campaign expansion. That was a blast. I had super fun with that. Man, with the Career Campaign expansion add-on to Hostage Negotiator, like definitely completes that experience. That was great. Played 4-player Root a couple times on the channel. Thanks again to Tiny Fred Babin and now Cohen for sending us the some of that content for Root. You'll see more playthroughs of Root on the channel. We still have other expansions and stuff to play through in that, so that'll be there. It's just lining up 4 players to play.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I don't know. It's a rarity sometimes.
Yeah, it's
but,
an impossible puzzle we're trying
yeah,
to.
it's a
trying
puzzle.
To,
We're trying to lock it, but
yeah.
sometimes it just doesn't work out. You'll see more. You'll see more. We started an Aftermath campaign, the game that's now published by Z-Man Games. Aftermath campaign game, kind of like Advanced Mice and Mystics meets This War of Mine. I don't know. Really cool game. We're playing through that right now. Next episode's tomorrow. Played some Street Masters. Finally got a hold of Street Masters for not a ridiculous price. Thanks again. All these games that we got that weren't sent to us, man, thank you to our Patreon supporters because they help us grab these kind of games. Also recommend them and help fund them, and I love it. Thank you. Street Master, we got it on the channel, played a little bit. Nell is painting through it. Nearly done.
Nearly done.
But more of that will come to the channel. More solo, more co-op, or we'll do some co-op of it. But check out more Street Masters coming soon. But we did play some. You can check out that on the channel. We started a 3-player playthrough of Lord of the Rings: Journeys to Middle Earth: The Shadowed Paths campaign. I know a lot of people are asking about that for months. We were hoping to get an early copy of that. Didn't happen. Thanks again to your support. We were able to get it thrown on a local order, support a local game store. We got it. We started it. We have Kyle involved in it. We're playing 3-player, so it will be like 1 episode a week, unless we can get him here more often or on a longer day. But we're going to slowly kind of play through that 1 episode a week. So easy for everyone to catch up. So if you're playing your own copy right now and you're going to get through it and then come watch ours, you can probably catch up, watch us play it live. If you don't care about the game and you don't mind spoilers, check that out. We're playing through that. And if people like it, hit that like button. And if it gets enough views and stuff, we may go back and rope Kyle in after to play through more of that using some of the previous ones. But also, by the time we're done, the new one will come out in October, I think, is the next DLC scenario. So, like,
we'll
we might just roll into that, actually.
Yeah.
John Burlingame? Thank you so much for becoming a producer of Rob's Gaming Table. Thank you for the support.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. All right. I got Marvel Champions back to the table. I blew off the dust. A whole bunch of stuff came in.
That was exciting.
Yeah, I ordered a bunch of that stuff to like pad board game orders I was placing over the summer. Like every month I place like a board game order. We get our Patreon funds come in, our small amount of YouTube ad revenue. I kind of like what is needed, what can we spend on the channel, what goes into savings for future equipment. But with the board game money, I usually place a board game order. Sometimes it has pre-orders on that order. And that means that order is stuck in limbo. But the cool part is when I put enough of a bulk order in, we get free shipping. I can order from a store like, not so close to us. And save some money, get some more games. So I was always throwing like Marvel Champions packs on those orders, like Doctor Strange. I was throwing the Hulk on there. I was throwing Rise of Red Skull in a pre-order. And all of that just was sitting on pre-orders. There were certain games that were like out of print. We were waiting to get back in print. Friends were ordering games on our orders that were also out of print that we're waiting on restocks of. Like we had a friend who wanted Wingspan. That took a bit to get another print run into Canada, so that slowed some things down. But finally, it all came in. Hulk, Doctor Strange, Rise of the Red Skull. I think that's it. I think I had Black Widow on time though. But all the rest, they all flooded in. So I was like, all right, Rise of the Red Skull's here. Time to dust off the game, get back into it. So we played that this week. Live stream Doctor Strange, going through the campaign, taking a look at it. But I do want to play again using the expert mode of the campaign, which I learned is a bit more fleshed out and probably more interesting to me. So I will be playing through some of that solo. We might play through some of that 2-player, trying out maybe even 3-player. Kyle's likes that game too, so we'll see. But there will be more Marvel Champions coming to the channel. I do want to play through some of those other heroes. I've not tried Black Widow, I've not tried Hulk, I've not tried Hawkeye or Spider-Woman, so I want to play some of those. So for those that are interested in Marvel Champions, have been asking for it. I always get asked for it all the time. When are you going to play that damn game again? I'm playing it again. So I got it back to the channel. So more will come. But there is some from this week you can check out. We also got the game Shaolia Warring States from a South Korean publisher. They sent it to us. I normally don't like shout out more than I need to, but I always tell you guys if I really like a game, I'll tell you. Now, it's not maybe on the level of complexity as some of our other games, but sometimes you don't need all complex, super high 25-hour long playthrough games, right?
Yeah.
This is a game that fits like the competitive. It's quick, it's easy to teach, and it's really well
really
done.
Fun.
If you want more information, it's on Kickstarter right now. Go check it out. But they did a good job with it, considering it's like their first game. I was kind of blown away with it. It's pretty good, like for what it is. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like the next Too Many Bones or Gloomhaven or something.
Yeah.
But it fits like a different niche, and I feel like I didn't really have many games like that. And it's more than just a 2-player card game, competitive. You can just play against each other with decks of cards. Yeah. And there's like 1,000 of those. This is like a 2 to 4-player competitive game. Involves some cards, but it involves like territory tableau building and attacking and defending. But you can go for points. Lots of strategy. Lots of replayability.
Yeah.
Very quick to play. Very quick to teach. But it has some meat on the bones, which I like a lot. So I just want to shout that out. Go check it out. May not be for everyone, but something interesting. And I appreciate them for sending that game over to us. Let's check it out here. And yeah, that's it. That was just some of the stuff I wanted to highlight over the last month. We have other playthroughs and things we did, but those are just some of the things I want to highlight. If you're interested in any of that stuff, hit up youtube.com/Rob's Gaming Table. Hit up the playlist section. Most of those things are in playlists amongst other videos. If you're interested in anything, check that out, the playlist section to find any of these things. Right. upcoming games to the channel. So, like I said, more Street Masters once it's painted. Splice and Dice, Dart, the Lab Rats, more Too Many Bones is coming. We got that now, so I'm going to learn that stuff. Get Too Many Bones back to the table. We'll play that with, solo, multiplayer. We'll take some looks at that. We'll do some daytime streams, heavily diving into that. I'm going to, get deep in the weeds on Too Many Bones. You guys know it's one of my favorite games. I'm excited to get some new content, some new tyrants to play, some tyrants we can make. You guys can help me with some decisions, picking which enemies we throw to the lab to try to build these tyrants. We can add some of these tyrants, even the ones we make, we can add them to an Age of Tyranny campaign. I've tried to stay dark on all the stuff in Splice and Dice because I hate getting hyped up about something I couldn't get. But now it's actually in my possession. I started reading through the rule book and looking at the components.
And he's excited.
Man, I can't wait. Not to mention Dart and the Lab Rats, new gear locks to play with. You guys saw my unboxings of some of that Too Many Bones stuff before, man. I was like a kid on Christmas morning seeing new stuff for that game. I'm not doing an unboxing for this game because I don't know. But anyways, I just want to learn it. I didn't want to wait but yeah, we're going to see more of that on the channel.
Yep.
More Too Many Bones coming. Skytear, still in the progress of being painted. It was kind of put on hold a little bit while Mel worked on the painting for Street Masters. But she will go back, finish the painting for Skytear, and we will get some of that on the channel soon.
And they're both very close to being done.
Yes. And also, coming up real soon, super soon to the channel, make sure you subscribe and sit on YouTube hitting F5, because real super soon, a new game that we'll be adding to the collection, 7th Citadel. So I just backed it on Kickstarter. I'm sure it's going to come super fast, and we'll have that on the channel in no time. As soon as mid 2022. No time. Just kidding. That's going to be here forever in the future. Don't worry about that. But anyways, we backed it recently. We did a video checking out the Kickstarter. So if you
they know.
But yes, I don't want to hear any talk about 7th Citadel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, save the date. We'll be back roughly September 2022, I assume. Yeah. I'll get the copy in Canada and we'll play through it. So just sit on YouTube hitting F5. You'll see it pop up on the channel any day now.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we're just trolling with that one.
Yes, just trolling. But that will 5 minutes. Kanji may have to order a new keyboard. It looks like he broke his F5 key.
Yeah.
But yes.
Will YouTube still exist then? That is a great question.
Tune in on Facebook Gaming, where I'll be playing 7th Citadel at that time.
Or on whatever the new platform is.
Who knows?
In 2 years.
That's when Wormwood tables are shipping 2022.
Oh, okay.
No, they'll take longer than that. They'll have delays.
Yeah?
They got way too many orders. The problem with a physical thing like that with the tables, I've been through a table Kickstarter, gaming table Kickstarter, that was successful and more successful than it should be. Anything like that where it's production, where they only have so many facilities, so many employees, they can hire more employees, but you can't just start pumping more tables through that unless you have people working all night. Yanis, thank you so much for becoming a producer. Yeah, I don't know why.
Weird.
Sometimes it dings, sometimes it doesn't.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This OBS alert stuff, man, not consistent. But anyways, TikTok tube. Yeah, it'll be on,
who knows?
Catch up with my 15-second clip on Snap Talk, chat, Hangout thing, Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom, yeah.
Whatever the service is called at that time. But yeah, 7th Citadel will eventually come to the channel. For sure. And yeah, just what's coming up. Only thing scheduled right now really is more Aftermath. And we're going to be doing a playthrough on Monday evening of Small World of Warcraft. Thanks to the folks over at Asmodee Canada, the parent company, Asmodee, the parent company of Days of Wonder, for those who don't know. But they reached out. Dale has become a producer at for a year, the yearly pledge. Thank you for that, Dale. I appreciate it.
Wow.
And Dale, I'll be talking about your question. I went through gathering questions, looking through past comments. But I'm so sorry. I went through my email too, and I get quite a few emails. And sometimes I miss some, but I do have your email, and I will talk about your question you sent to me. I found it this morning. I'm so sorry, but we'll be talking about that. But thank you for your support.
Thank you guys so much.
That just reminded me when I saw your name pop up.
Wow, we are getting much closer to my painting goal.
Yeah, if you guys can stop that now, that would be great. Mel doesn't have anything to paint. Yeah, of course she has stuff
I have
to paint.
tons to paint. Oh my gosh.
So we can get that stream going real quick.
Yeah. That is funny.
Want to be
You
one of the cool kids.
guys are so awesome.
I don't know how cool we are, but no, I'm just joking. You guys are all awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, so if any of you that just donated want to link your, if you want to join the Discord, you can link it and you can jump in there.
Yeah, join the Discord. Even if you don't want to chat, just
Yeah.
lurk and comment
Yeah.
on things randomly and react to things and stuff. Like, be involved as much as you want. But if you want to ask questions of anybody or anything or chat about food or post random cat pics and stuff, like
Yeah, food. We need to still
Yeah,
add that.
yeah.
We still need to add that one.
I haven't eaten lunch yet, and so I'm already talking about food. It's starting, I'm impressed. Anyways. Creates another fake account to join. No.
No
As
need.
some have done, and I don't like to advertise this, but I do appreciate it. There are some, you can do like the $5 to be a producer, but I didn't create a higher one because I feel bad. Like, I don't know if I'm worth the same amount that like Netflix gets, you know what I mean? So I don't want to add like a $10 or whatever. And I don't know what the rewards I would do at that tier, but people have harassed me saying, Rob, you need to add like a $10 tier or a $15 tier. Other people do it. You should do it. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like the support's pretty good and people donate what they want. And you can. The problem with Patreon is they made these tiers and they said, you should use the tiers. But the tiers are like, they start at a minimum. So if you wanted to donate $6 a month or $7 or whatever you feel is necessary, you can change any of those numbers. So you could be in the middle tier or whatever and adjust it, but you could join the high tier and adjust it to whatever. So we have people that are backing us, quite a few of you guys at the producer tier who are giving more
than,
but you don't have to,
No.
but you can. So before anyone harasses me saying I want to donate more, you should make more tiers, that's always my answer is like, you can adjust if you want, but you don't have to. But it is possible. But we do appreciate the support. I do want to find a way to like recognize those that are and kind of call them super producers or some way of doing that. I gotta figure that out. But I do appreciate it. But don't feel like you have to. And I appreciate any support. Even our fans that are like donating at $1. Thank you so much. Like that support's huge. Like it all adds up. Helps me get stuff for the channel, game wise, tech wise. And whenever the world stops locking down and borders open again, it will also help us get to more conventions too. Because that originally is what I was asking for funds for.
Oh, Janet.
Like Janet.
Oh,
Janet here's messing with that modified stuff. I can tell because I don't have a $20 tier. So she went in and messed with her numbers and changed the tiers. So thank you so much, Janet. I appreciate that. But you don't have to, but I do appreciate it.
And I just want to say that Janet has now bumped it, so we have hit the painting goal.
Is there any way I can just edit that out of the
Yeah,
video?
Mel
so we know-
painting. See, yeah.
Mel painting is going to happen.
Oh, Janet,
You heard it here.
you're so
All
funny.
right.
Okay, so that's a thing that is happening now
So
monthly.
we're in the section of highlighting upcoming stuff.
Yeah,
So,
so
Mel painting will happen, and we will do one. Try to get one in
I think
this week.
we can get one in this week.
We'll get one in this week for September, and then we'll have one for October, and we may do it more often. If she has stuff to paint, and you guys are watching them, we'll do it more.
Yeah.
And the cool part is if she starts feeling more comfortable, and I can maybe just start the stream going, and then I can go like finish reading rule books or go play some solo stuff to learn some other games.
Oh my goodness. We started a chain reaction
Camille,
here.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, modifying pledges. This is what's
You guys
going on
are
here.
all so amazing.
Thank you so
The
much.
support you give us, I can't even. We don't have words for it. You guys are so amazing.
I was just talking to Mel this morning about
Wow.
like here's a bunch of games that were told to us on the last Q&A stream, which we'll talk about, that are on like our wish list with the local board game retailers. But for next month, we'll be able to purchase a few more games than usual. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah,
There are some
wow.
games that I'm like, oh, I'll wait on that one. But yes, this is definitely making it possible. We'll be able to grab a couple more games on next order for sure. And
Gotcha, you're so funny.
And also, we'll be able to now buy enough paint to paint Derek's entire 40K collection. It sounds like, yeah. So, yeah.
Exactly. I got lots to paint, and we have lots of games with minis that we weren't painting at the time, so I can pull some things off for sure.
Oh, sorry, never mind. We won't be able to add any extra board games on the order because Matt's gonna actually bill us because that's
okay.
what
Yep.
what those
Yep.
those
For
guys do.
Rob made you purchase it.
Yeah, so Matt's actually going to bill us for his time that he spends with us on chat and all the things he's purchased based on our recommendations. So, sorry guys, that's just going to... So I appreciate you guys supporting Matt. Thank you so much. Oh, man.
Oh, I see.
It wouldn't... Really, Sakabra? Is there like a minimum?
Oh, maybe maybe you can't do... Well, pennies don't really exist, right?
Oh, yeah, because we're in Canada.
Yeah, we're in Canada, so pennies don't
Canada
exist.
doesn't produce pennies anymore, only nickels because they cost more to produce than they are worth. maybe it doesn't allow you to do penny donations. I don't know.
Oh no, Dale says your last chat cost me $200 in games, FYI.
So,
Oh no, Dale, no.
Dale, if you want to cancel the support, that's okay.
Yeah,
to
totally
help
understandable.
Don't let that stuff sit on your credit card, costing you interest. Yeah, pay that stuff off before you donate at all.
Oh my gosh.
I will not be offended. Support the hobby; it's great. All right. Well,
Blood.
I'll start working on Blood Rage soon. We do have Blood Rage.
I do have Blood Rage.
I do want to play that again on the channel. Again, another game I want to play with like 4 people because that game's not that fun at 2, I find. But 3 or 4, it's pretty good. But that's something. Yes,
Dale.
Good man. Stay away
We
from
do
that
not
credit card
either.
debt.
Yeah.
Those damn vultures.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Last thing here.
Okay, so now on to the discussion before we get into Q&A. We're at almost 10,000 YouTube subscribers.
Amazing.
10,000.
That's crazy.
I forgot to get the picture of when we were at 500. Our celebration.
Oh, I can.
If you can find that.
Yeah, I can find it.
And send it to...
Yep, give me 2 seconds here. I know where it is.
Here, one sec. Yeah, so anyways. Oh, Drew Barbier. I'm sorry if I can't say the last name right, but Drew, thank you so much for the support.
Thank you. Wow.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
And I am seeing that a few people...
Christmas list is huge.
I am seeing a few people in the Discord, so that's awesome. We'll say hello to you as soon as we're done with this stream, so that's awesome. So welcome. Okay, let me pull that up. Well, you can chat while I...
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So I started this channel and I was excited just to hit the 100 subscribers long time ago, like 2013 or 2014, I think is when I originally set up the channel. I had a YouTube account much longer. I was dabbling with cameras, playing around some videos, deleted some of that stuff, but I really started taking it kind of serious, and actually bought some equipment, bought some microphones, all that kind of stuff in 2014, I think, maybe 2013, let's just say 8 years ago. And I was like, I want to dabble on YouTube. I also dabbled on Twitch. Actually, I dabbled on Twitch even before that. Back when Rock Band was on Nintendo Wii, I was dabbling with live streaming video gaming. As I remember, we did a 12-hour marathon of that live on Justin.tv, which was the precursor to Twitch.tv. But anyways, got into YouTube videos and live streaming in 2014, and live streaming on Twitch at the same time, and just dabbling with it, wanting to show off the board game hobby that I got into around 2012, playing some of these hardcore games, and was like, man, I want to show some of these off. There's not videos for any of this stuff. I search for modern board games. I can find people playing Catan. I can find people playing, Ticket to Ride. I can find this Tom Vassell weirdo with a weird mustache guy talking about games in his bedroom with a board game shelf behind him, back in those days. And talking about these, memoir 44s and these more casual kind of games. But nobody was talking about Game of Thrones, a board game, or more heavier games like that. So I was like, man, I want to start doing that stuff. And Game of Thrones, a card game, and Warhammer Conquest LCG. All these games that were I felt didn't have good content out there, not enough to fulfill my needs. So I started, Tom Vassell in his hat, exactly, yeah. I remember those old Tom Vassell videos way back in the day. I was like, who is this weirdo guy? But okay, he knows what he's talking about. I'll listen to this guy. Look at him now, though. That's crazy. But anyways, I started off back then just trying to make more content for the games I loved that I couldn't. I would go on YouTube, I'd search, I couldn't find anything on these games. Or what I found was not good quality, almost unwatchable. So I was like, no. I kind of know some of this stuff. I'm going to make my own.
Oh my goodness.
Sakabra, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sakabra went in for a year, I think is what that does. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sakabra. So Patreon, that's another thing I want to mention. Patreon added a whole thing where you can subscribe for a year now, and there's a discount to it. So if you're curious, you can support for a year at a time and save 15 or something percent, I think I put. Scott Nicholson, yes, who is now a fellow Canadian and does not live far from us, actually. I used to watch Scott Nicholson's YouTube channel, and then I watched where he bought new board gaming shelves and was talking about going to an IKEA in, I forget what the city was, but he's super close to here. super close to us. Like, yeah, I won't mention where, but Scott Nicholson is now a teacher at a university that's like literally 30-minute drive from us, which is pretty cool. No, I don't know. It's a cover. I don't think so. I forget. But anyways.
Okay, I sent
But yes, I've been watching Scott Nicholson stuff forever. That guy's like, he's a smart fella. Smart fellow. Oh, yes. I think he went to IKEA Burlington. I see what you're saying. Yes. And that's when I was like, wait a second. That's the IKEA near us, kind of. Like, it's our closest one. I was kind of blown away by that. Him and his dolls because he wouldn't see miniatures. And Locatur's here. I was shouting you out earlier. You could go back and watch that later. But yes, thank you so much for increased support, by the way.
So I did send you the picture via email.
Okay.
To your.
Okay, let's see if I can.
Oh yeah, there you go.
See how I can get this to pop up on. Let's see here. Please stand by. Oh, I know what to do. Sorry, guys. One sec.
Sorry, this was
On the fly.
yeah.
Nope. I don't want to open it with that. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Sorry.
No, it's
I
2
wasn't.
seconds.
I wasn't
just have
prepared.
to,
I should have thought of that. We knew that we.
I know. I thought about it yesterday. I was like, man, I wanted to, because we're like almost there. There we go. Okay, so let's do.
Okay.
This should work. So here is a picture.
From, I can tell you the date, from September 12th, 2015.
September 12th, 2015. So it took us like probably a year to get to 500 subscribers back in the day. And we were just, this was like super casual. We were only doing videos like once a month or something. It wasn't that often.
I think some of us, that's okay. I think some of them didn't have our faces in them.
But there is myself, obviously. We got Mel. This is at like our old house. We're celebrating with a Chinese meal after just streaming, I think.
No, I think, were we celebrating some, I think we were celebrating something else.
Yeah, but I think we streamed that same day because I was all excited showing.
Oh,
I think we
maybe
streamed
so.
earlier in the day.
Maybe so.
But there's Mel, there's Justin, there's Mel's brother Nick, who plays with us sometimes on the channel. And yep, we got Kyle in the back. That is us, what'd you say? 5 years ago? 5 years ago?
Yeah.
No, Muffin wasn't Muffin at the time.
No.
Muffin just became Muffin like recently. But we love Muffin.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah.
So that was us at 500 subscribers 5 years ago. And again, we weren't taking YouTube that serious. We were just having fun with it. I wasn't really trying to grow it. I was just trying to make videos and have fun and trying to share games I love, like Game of Thrones a card game, Game of Thrones a board game, Dead of Winter, Zombicide, whatever we were playing at the time. Just because we're like, let's have fun, let's play live, let's have people chatting with us, let's record some videos, let's post some stuff. I'll travel to tournaments, post videos from high-level tournament games, and even tournaments I was playing in and winning, which was awesome to be recording or streaming myself winning was kind of crazy. Having other people like comment over it was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so many great experiences on the channel along the way, just having fun with technology. But yes, this was 500.
We clearly didn't have shot glasses.
Yes. And
Wow.
now here we are, almost at 10,000 subscribers. I'm assuming we'll hit it in a few days or weeks. I don't know. But it's been growing crazy lately. You guys are awesome. Thank you for sharing videos, hitting that like button, watching the videos, chatting with us. If any of you are posting videos anywhere, thank you so much for sharing videos in groups and stuff. I don't know how people are finding us, but I appreciate it. And that is awesome. Adult size shot glasses.
Exactly.
Yes. But yeah, that's us celebrating our old house. We used to stream like in our kitchen and like it was super awkward. I would have to set up equipment every time because we didn't have an area to film in.
No.
So I literally would go to the basement, assemble all the lights, grab all the cables, get the computer. I'd bring it upstairs, set up a table, I'd put it all on, run cables, microphones, lights, all this stuff, all in this little tiny townhouse kitchen. Man, it was rough. Or in the living room, I'd like move couches out to the garage to make room for us to play in there, to set up a big
We can
table.
put a table in there.
I made like wooden table toppers to fit board games on our crappy folding table before we had a board game table to play on. Crazy stuff I used to do just to get one stream or one film. Now we have like a basement that's finished where we can play in. We purposely moved to this house so that we had a spot to film and mess around, and I can rearrange things and stuff.
And we can leave things set up.
Yeah,
Which was yeah.
But I still have to rearrange things for almost every game.
Yeah.
Which is whatever. But anyways, still fun. Still nice to have an area just to leave lights and stuff assembled. I can leave cables all running along the floor. But when we did it in our kitchen or our living room, like literally after the stream would end, I'd spend like an hour and a half cleaning everything up, winding up cables, storing it all away, taking light bulbs out of lights and putting them in bags and boxes, and man, it was such a pain in the butt. And
Yeah.
that's why we didn't stream that often.
Yeah.
But now we can.
And we streamed a lot more on the weekends then. So then
Yep.
we didn't stream in the evenings.
So that brings me to my point of this discussion. We're almost at 10K subs. You guys were asking before about another 24-hour stream. I'm thinking we do another 24 hours of gaming, but it is going to be 2 separate streams. We'll do one on a Saturday, one on the Sunday. They'll both be 12 hours. They'll be staggered starts, so the Saturday might be like 10 to 10 Eastern, and the Sunday might be 9 to 9, or one of them's 11 to 11, one of them's 8 to 8, or something like that. I don't know how we'll do it, but that's what we want to do. But I'd like to know, what would you guys like to see during that? Would you like us to do similar to the last one that got lost in the ether, where we just play casual games? We see if we can get others to show up now, because now the lockdown's gone. So maybe we could get Justin to show up for a bit one day, Kyle to show up for another day, Nick and Ashley to stop by, maybe some others, who knows, and play some. Yes, we'll rock Chelsea in there and try to get her in for a game maybe. Or would you rather see us play like a full weekend of a certain game, or like play a giant campaign over 24 hours, or
Yeah. We're not sure what to do.
I don't know. But
So-
yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, what I'm going to do though, if you guys want to see a similar live stream where we just play random stuff, we'll do another Patreon poll where all our patrons can vote and on the games they want to see on the channel. We'll pick from a list. I think that poll I could only put 20 things in, I think
Yeah,
it was.
I think there was a max,
There
for
was
sure.
a limit. There
There
was a
was.
limit. But we could do like a tournament system maybe, where it's like, all right, pick from these games, and then whatever games have won, then we do a separate poll where there's a bunch of other games, and then based on which one from there, we then merge those top games into a final poll. We can do something like that. But Sakabra, that's what I want to do.
That's exactly what he thought.
Yep, Sakabra, I just got new Too Many Bone stuff, and the fact that in that Too Many Bone stuff, we can do a Age of Tyranny, mix in those new tyrants, and or make a tyrant for that. I would love to just play Too Many Bones fully for like 2 straight days. Yeah, because we could do, I would assume in 24 hours can fit a whole Age of Tyranny campaign. Playing multiplayer, like multiplayer sessions take longer,
Yeah.
but we could just do it. But the only problem is like
But is there drop in, drop out if people come?
there is.
Yeah, okay.
We
We could think about that. I just didn't also know if it would be boring for a whole weekend just to watch us play Too Many Bones.
But it's like just a celebration for each
Yeah.
10K. If
Yeah.
not everyone wants to watch
I mean, you
it,
could,
it's like,
you could do
fine.
what you want, really.
Yeah, we can do whatever. I
Oh.
just don't know. Like,
Yeah. So ideas are
I
welcome.
mean, people seem to enjoy the last one. War of the Ring, Bernardo says.
Yeah. If it's just Rob and I.
Playing it over and over again. Because what did one take? Like 4 hours? Or 3 something?
I mean, we could
Matthias,
drag
you
it out longer.
Yeah, we could play expansion stuff. We can then switch sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's interesting. The only other problem is not everyone's going to sit there for 12 hours watching us on a stream.
Of course.
And then the second day...
Well, some of you crazy people might.
No, I know, but not everyone.
Not everyone, yeah.
Live streams that long, the majority of people are going to pop in at random times, leave, come back.
Yeah.
And if it's a game that they can't follow along, if we're in the middle of something and it's like they can't figure out what's going on, it's not fun for anybody.
Yeah.
So I want it to be kind of something that people can just pop in at any point and kind of see what's going on. We could have, like, I could put text on the screen if we're playing, like, a campaign of something, like we're on day 3 or scenario 5 out of 12 or whatever, so people kind of know what's up. Set up virtual rooms where we can change rooms and watch you play a different game.
Okay.
We did that. I did that one time where I had
We
2
did.
board game tables set up at our past house, and I had 2 camera setups running into the computer, and I was switching between games. As we finished one, I would switch to the other one in the middle of it. We did that before.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yep, that was nuts.
That was nuts. But yeah, that was when we had more people rammed into our house playing board games. But it was a sound nightmare to do that. That's why I do not do that anymore. It's too many people talking at once. I can't do that.
Yeah, that was before children too, I think.
Yes, that was before children.
So.
Maybe. No.
Yeah. No?
Before other people's children, but not before ours.
Oh, not before us? Oh, okay.
Saron says, we like games, we stay for the Robin Mel.
Oh, that's so
I
sweet.
appreciate that. But yeah, we can do whatever.
Yeah, we can do whatever. So ideas are welcomed.
Yeah. But I know we have a lot of fans that like Too Many Bones. It would be fun, but I do want to play it also before then too, and after. But we could just spend a weekend where it's like, then it would be nice too, where like we could ahead of time teach Kyle the game again, get him back into it. Justin doesn't need to be taught, I don't think, but just maybe a little refresher. But then at the Nick and Ashley thing, they don't know that game at all, but we could go there and teach them.
Yeah, we could.
Then we could just have fun stuff where like they show up and it's like we're playing that game and you pick your gear locks and we pick tyrants and we just play one-offs. But then if like Justin commits to a whole day, we could just do a campaign with him a whole day or something. But yeah, just Too Many Bones would be fun, I think. Like, it's a little hardcore, a little casual, but people could pop in at any point and watch it. So I'm kind of leaning that way rather than a bunch of games like trying to learn a bunch of different games again or dust off a bunch of different games and trying to teach all these people who's coming over when and scheduling like, okay, Nick and Ashley need to know this game, and this game, but they're only coming over at this time and like, but that overlaps with so-and-so. It might be a little rough, but we can try to figure it out. It says, they play games on this channel? I thought this was a Canadian cooking show. Oh, there's another goal. Mel cooking stream. Or I guess us cooking stream. We can cook together and it'd be, all poutine all the time.
Yeah.
So different poutines that we make. Yeah, we can do that.
I'm not the best cook, I'll have to admit.
I'm only kidding. We don't have to do that.
I'm not the best at a lot of things.
There's some that we'll watch.
Yeah.
It would stop me from getting hungry during streams when they're talking about food. But yeah.
And just to highlight what Dale says here, so 5 years ago you hit 500 subscribers, and now near 10K with full-time YouTube. That's impressive.
I don't know what. Thank you, Dale. Like YouTube is a slow grind.
Yeah.
And those like Locator and Conjay, you probably feel this, especially nowadays with how the algorithm works and stuff. It is not friendly to new creators getting onto YouTube.
Yeah.
As it was back in the like 2000s or the early 2010s. They were promoting more new users. But now it's like such a saturated field. They really kind of promote only the top channels of anything. Because they want to keep people on the platform. So they only present the best of the best in front of people. So YouTube's it doesn't promote the new people. And because of like terrorism and crazy stuff that's been happening on the channel, or on YouTube, on the platform, they've really kind of like, you need to prove yourself and have a real human audience before it promotes and shares your stuff automatically on YouTube. Because I know for a while we were streaming and we'd have 2 viewers, 5 viewers, and I had people telling us 1 viewer, but I wasn't doing it properly. I didn't know what I was doing. It was hard to know when the audience was there, how to find them, and I didn't know really what I was doing. But yes, it is hard.
Yeah. It's a grind for sure. And
that's exactly what Locator just said. And Conjay saying too, Rome wasn't built in a day. And Locator saying that's why it has to be fun. And you'll find that if you guys research getting into YouTube, and I remember looking up these videos, I haven't obviously looked up in a long time. I've been doing YouTube stuff for a while, but you will find everyone recommend like just get started. Don't buy any extra equipment. Get started with your cell phone because you may not like it. Don't buy all this extra crap if you're doing it and you're filming or live streaming or editing and you're sitting there like, man, I really hate doing this. This is annoying. Or you're dreading it or you're procrastinating. You can just stop right there. You didn't invest anything. You set up an account, you started streaming. And like, if the idea of only a couple people watching you or maybe only 100 viewers on a video is going to turn you off, and if you're looking for like to blow up, that is super rare to happen.
Especially in board games.
Yeah, we're a niche for sure. But if that bums you out and it doesn't keep you motivated, you can just stop, back away, you're good. But just keep that in mind. That's something. YouTube is like a slow grind. But some people are lucky. Sometimes you just find the right thing, you get noticed, and YouTube will promote you or someone will promote your video and you get lucky. But yes, it's been a slow grind, but I was only doing it part-time. I wasn't really promoting the channel that well. But once I started doing it full-time and pumping videos out on the channel, long playthroughs, people are watching. You guys were here. YouTube saw that people were watching, and YouTube started pushing my content more, I think. And because of that, subscribers started rising. which I do appreciate. But now we're almost at 10, and I don't know what it was, like around 6 or 7K last year when I started doing it full time.
I wish
I can't. I don't know. I'm not
no,
sure.
let me see if I can. I don't know if I can find that, but
But yeah, when Mel's telling me, like, they're talking about in the Discord saying you're gonna hit 10 soon, and I'm like, what? No, no, no. And I'm the type to set it and forget it. That's how I invest in real life. That's how I back Kickstarters. I set it. I don't read the updates. I don't want to know about your game till it shows up to my doorstep. Because I just like to focus on other things. Come to Troll. Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the analytics tab, which is a thing that I still haven't wrapped my head around.
Let's do. I don't know if.
I think if you sort that by date and then go find the like August 1st of last year, maybe around there. I think it was like August 10th or somewhere around that time is when I started doing it full time.
Oh.
No, 2019.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Probably gonna put a slash in there for separating. Yeah, Bernardo's saying I toyed with a channel for Spanish board games, but work has become too stressful, no time at all. That's what happened to me too. With work, I changed jobs at one point. Work picked up, promotions happened. At one point, my job was causing me to travel a bit, and I had no time. And also like moving and things just come up, family life stuff. And there's times where I just didn't literally put a video on the channel for like a couple months at a time. And I would get messages, Rob, what the hell? When's the next video? When are you going to do more of this, more of that? And I was like, guys, this is just a hobby on the side. Like, I'm not trying to grow this or whatever. But eventually I was like, all right, I'll try to do consistent content, try to keep it up. Then Mel's like, people were asking me to start a Patreon. I was getting money handed to me at conventions.
Yeah, that was funny.
And at tournaments where people are like, I don't want to put my credit card online. I don't want to do this Patreon stuff. Here's some money in hand. I'm like, I don't need it like that. But they're like, no, I would support you, but I just don't want to do that. And I was like, okay. And I was like, start a Patreon, get it going. People want to support
People kept
you.
asking, how can we, like in the chat, they'd say, how can we donate to you?
I wasn't doing it for money at all.
Yeah.
But then when I started, people started actually supporting us. And people were like, I want more videos. The only way to do it is to do it full time. Like, that's the only way I can, clear the work stress out and just focus on this as the work stress. And, yeah, we'll game for food. That's what it felt like at first, Matt. That's what it felt like at first. I was like, I don't know if I should be doing this. This feels super risky. So I worked for, like, a year and a half, saved up so that I could at least try it full time. But it's working out. And thank you, everyone, for making that happen.
There's your number. It looks like it's rounded, so it's over that in the year. Because it's not.
So we were around 6.
Yeah, we were around 6.
So you can go here, I think, right?
Well, it starts it at like 1 because it's only doing for that time
I
period.
see.
But if you want to know an exact number, I can.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So we were around 6K subscribers last year, like 13 months ago.
Yeah.
13 months ago when I said I'm gonna jump in the deep end, do it full time. So giving it full time, and still I don't know how to promote my channel properly, but yeah, 4,000 new subscribers. Obviously some left.
Yep.
So it's been more than that.
Yeah, because it says plus.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it's been more than that. I know, because we lose some subscribers, of course. People subscribe for a certain game, and then I stop playing said game and move on to other games, and they go, "Oh, I'm good now," and I'm fine with that. I do that for other channels too. Mm-hmm. That's life. And yeah, Logator's saying it helps him de-stress from work as well. Yeah, getting your mind focused on something else. That's what I used to use it for, actually. That used to help me a lot. Going to tournaments, coming back and editing. I was mentioning this to you, Zach, on the side, was editing and editing videos, filming videos, preparing for videos was like very relaxing to me at first. It was like very chill. Now I do it live, which is like a whole other world. It adds an extra level of stress, of course. Not being able to kind of script it and edit it, and if I need to do a rules lookup, I have to kind of edit that part out, or if I analysis paralysis on a decision of which cards to play, I can't just cut that out of a video and make a nice short video and edit it online. So that does stress me out. Mm-hmm. That does stress me out, but I've gotten used to it, I guess. A little bit. There's still some stress there, as you guys see sometimes.
Do we want
Dale de-stresses, or games to de-stress, and during this pandemic, solo has been great. Yeah, solo has been huge for me lately, and like helping get through this for sure. Mm-hmm. What are you saying?
I was going to say, do we want to start addressing some of
Yes.
these questions? Or so
Questions.
if we missed questions from before, if you want to put them in the chat again.
So we have about a half hour, a little more than a half hour. So if you guys want to get questions in now, get them in. We'll address what we can. But first question.
Yeah, while your questions are coming in.
Dale Dale sent a question in by email. Let's see here. I won't word for word it, but if I can find the dang window, I've opened up too many windows. So Dale asked a question, and I get questions like this, like a ton. I want to give a little background here. I used to work full-time in IT. I went to college for IT, software engineering. I know quite a bit about technology and computers and programming and that kind of stuff. And then eventually moved into like system administration and all this crazy stuff and IT security and cloud administration, all this stuff. So like I know IT. And in my history, when I started learning IT, all the way back from my parents, grandparents, friends, family, I don't know if you say like, kind of relating to, if you borrow money from a friend, it's kind of can sour the relationship or make an awkward feel to that relationship. I don't know if you guys have ever been in that, or you borrow money from a relative and all of a sudden it's like, it changes things, right? But I would have relatives say, Rob, I want a new computer. Help me set it up, or help me buy a computer, or help me troubleshoot my computer. But once I help someone build a computer or install a computer or help grandma get on the internet, I then become 24/7 IT support while I'm working full-time in IT. Okay, so I come home and I literally have to, instead of going home to see my family, I'd have to drive to some relative's house or some family's house to spend multiple hours troubleshooting some stupid thing they did on the computer or some shady website they clicked on, and it would drive me nuts. And I would try to educate them, teach a man to fish, let them know how to properly use the internet, let them know how to properly not, open the CD-ROM holder to put their mug on or something. I'm just joking. Reboot 3 times before you call me kind of idea. That used to stress me out. Eventually I got to the point where I cut off family and some friends and said, no, don't call me if you have a tech issue. And if you do, you won't hear from me ever again. And it drove me nuts because I was already stressed out from work doing that. I wanted to de-stress when I got home, not get stressed out about someone else's issue. And they would offer to pay and I wouldn't take money because I was like, no, I don't want to get stressed out. And hello, pickle. So yeah, that's relates to how I feel about these questions. Asking me, Rob, what cameras do you use? What lights do you use? What equipment do you use? What cables do you use? I need pictures of your setup. I need a list of all the technology you use. I need a whole document on how you got started. I want to do the exact same thing you do. How do you edit? Can you teach me how to edit? What software do you use to edit? Rob, I'm having an issue with the software that I'm using to edit. So many questions.
So many.
At first, I was like, I love helping people. I wouldn't have this channel if I didn't. So the nature in me was like, okay, here, let me help you. Let me show you this. Let me teach you how to install this. Let me show you how this works. Let me, whatever. So, yes, I'm not trying to say, I understand it. I would ask too, but I'm the type that will like take my time and learn everything myself. I don't like asking for help. I've always been that way. I don't know why. I'm just that way. I don't know why it is, and I'm sorry. But keep the questions coming. But please don't be offended if I don't answer, because I just don't want to. Like, I love to talk about games, but I don't like to talk about technology. I don't like to talk about setups. I don't like to focus on the technology. The technology is just a means to an end. So, I also would not want to recommend a camera, because I know what would happen. If I recommended a camera to somebody, then we get on the discussion of, Rob, I can't get the camera to look like how you're getting it to look like. And then it's like, well, I don't use that camera anymore. I now use this camera because I just bought one. And then it's like, now I got to support them on some camera I don't even use anymore. Or I got them to buy these lights and they don't work as well in their lighting situation. Mm-hmm. So now I got to help them. Like, I feel guilty that somebody spent money on something that maybe they weren't happy with. Or I told you to use OBS, but now you're asking me like, Rob, how do you do this in OBS and why won't it work for me? So I don't want to open Drew's saying it too. It's exhausting to be tech support for family. It is. And this is why I'm afraid of that happening again. So to avoid that, to not try to add any more stress to just the job of doing a board game channel, it's not about the technology for me. I know the technology, I can figure out the technology, but that's not the fun part for me. That's the annoying part. I don't want to do that stuff anymore. I want to play the games, figure out the rules, figure out the strategies, engage with the audience. I want to meet new people who love the board gaming hobby, and I want to share the board gaming hobby. So I love that people like Conjay and Locator and Dale, they do this kind of stuff. Now there's more people doing this. When I got started, there wasn't. But now there is. People I can watch. I can go watch Zach play some games on his channel. I can watch his video updates. I can go watch all these other channels that do similar stuff to what I do now, and I love it. I love that there's more of that out there. Because when I made the content, I made content that I want to watch. And I love that there's people playing the similar style of games now. I love that the hobby's blowing up. I love that the content creation on YouTube's blowing up. But I just can't be someone's support. Like, I can't be support. But Dale, I use OBS. Here's what I recommend. Anyone wants to start live streaming board games or even filming board games, go learn about OBS Studio. It's open source. You don't have to pay anyone for this. But go find OBS Studio. Go Google on the internet. You'll find write-ups. You'll find documents. Try to find the latest stuff because they constantly update these apps. Find YouTube videos. We'll teach you and walk you through it. There's even people who make like paid classes online. You can find classes for some of this stuff, which I've done in the past. You can pay a little bit to somebody like me who will actually walk you through stuff. And you can pay for some one-on-one time to have people help you with this stuff. There's people who love that side of it. There's people who love talking about every new camera, every new microphone, all the new streaming features, all the software stuff, lighting, how to do YouTube videos, all that stuff, how to stream on Twitch, any of that kind of stuff. It's all out there. It's hard to find the best stuff, and it's hard to find stuff that relates to board gaming. So you may have to figure out the board gaming side of it, because streaming a video game on Twitch or YouTube is not nearly the same thing as streaming a board game playthrough. Whole different world versus sharing your screen versus sharing your board game table. That's why I get asked these questions. I know I do, because it's not out there. It's like hard to find some of that stuff. But some trial and error, you'll figure it out. But yes, OBS, I start there. You can record videos, you can stream videos. So Dale, that is what I recommend. Go search OBS Studio, download it, it's free, and start watching videos or reading. Whatever way you learn better, there's probably even audio podcasts that can teach you. If you're an audio learner versus video learner versus hands-on, you can do all that stuff, learn OBS Studio. It's not that bad once you understand the terms, and I'm still learning it. I still learn it every day. I learn new stuff about it. And I'm always watching videos. I'm always reading articles, trying to learn the new stuff and keep up on it. But it is like a hobby within a hobby to learn that stuff. But, oh, you downloaded it last week. Fairly easy to use. Thanks. Okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, sorry I didn't answer your question. I just saw the email this morning. I was like, oh, I feel so bad. But that's why some people who message, I get messages on Facebook, I get emails, I get Patreon messages, multiple other places.
Everywhere people can message.
I show Mel, I'm like, Mel here's a ding on my phone, and she's like, oh, what is it? And I'm like, yeah, somebody's saying, Rob, can you give me a list of all the equipment you use? I'm like, but for what? Like,
every game is different too.
If I stream a digital game, I'm using a whole different computer, different lighting, different everything. I'm in a different room. And the only thing I'm using the same is the gaming chair. I slide it into the next room. But that's all a different setup, all different type of equipment than I'll use if I'm streaming a campaign game. Or are we streaming with a green screen? Are we not streaming with a green screen?
Solo versus multiplayer.
Yeah.
Those.
How many players are going to be at the table? How many microphones do I need? How many lights do I now need because I have multiple people? How many lights can I not use because I have too many people in the way and I don't want to create shadows? Where do I need to hang my cameras? Where do I need to position the cameras? How many cameras am I using? Am I using capture cards? Am I using USB cameras? Like, if you saw the pile of crap I have gathered over the last 8 years of doing this, or 6 or 7 years of doing this, however long it has been since I started buying cameras. And man, I have friends who give me like their old stuff and like power bars and cables and stuff. There's so much random stuff.
Because you never know.
I have tripods out the yin yang. Like, I've been given TVs. Like, some friends are awesome. Some family have given us like TVs to use as monitors and all these kind of crazy things. I've tried like 18 different lapel mics and stuff. Like, just for example, I've tried different USB mics. I've tried different mic
clips.
stands, mic clips.
Like
It is endless.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. I don't know what's best for you. I don't know where you're filming. I don't know what you're filming. I don't know what you need to set up. I don't know how many players. I don't know if you're just playing digital games. But I get these random emails. They're just like one line. Hey, Rob, I love the channel. Great job. Keep it up. I love that part. I'll reply usually and be like, thanks for the kind words. But there's also part of it's like the secret sauce too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go into it all. And the other thing is like the next week I might get something new and totally change how I try to do it. And it's like, I feel bad. Now, do I have to update everybody I told the equipment list to? Or like, you know, and that's why I don't do like the behind the scenes video. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. You don't want to see what I have to do to switch between a Lord of the Rings playthrough and then to a Q&A and then to a solo video. Like the stuff I have to like run around and change and things, and not to mention all the stuff on the computer. That's not fun for me. I don't like doing any of that stuff, but I do it. I love playing. I love chatting with you guys. All of that's just junk I do to get that to work. So,
Yeah.
Yes. And Locator is saying the same thing what I was saying earlier. Yeah, a lot of troubleshooting videos are geared at video game streaming.
Yeah.
Yes. So you have to adapt that, and you have to learn some of those tips, and then you have to trial and error for yourself. That's the thing. I can't just teach it all. I can't give you a list because like you might not like what I tell you, and you go spend that thousands of dollars on the equipment I use or more, depending on what you're trying to do. Like I've spent quite a bit of money on some of this stuff, and some of this Patreon money I've been saving up to buy even more equipment and more upgrades to stuff. I'm using a lot of older equipment too, and I want to upgrade things and make it look better too. So I have like a list of things I'm trying to get and buy, and thank you to your extra support that helps that happen. It's just slower than when I used to use my full-time job money to pay for that stuff. But I'm trying to make this like so there's still, you know, I can do this full time and add equipment and buy board games all in your support. So thank you so much. But yeah, so I appreciate those questions. If you have any questions like that, I'll probably just defer them and say like, I'll give you general help, but like, man, I can't, I don't want to be your support. I can't do it. I'm sorry. But if you want to ask me about some awesome board games, I'll talk your ear off. Like, I love that stuff. So yeah. Brian says, never go behind the curtain. 1, at a studio, or 2, at a restaurant kitchen.
Yeah.
We've worked in
restaurant
kitchens.
Yep.
Yes, I understand.
Agreed.
Brian. I understand.
Agreed. Might change things for you.
Yes. And Sakabra speaks the truth too. Cabra's a fellow streamer. He knows. Start small until you know it's something you want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier. Just grab your computer, grab your phone, make a video, put it on YouTube, get that far. And did you have fun doing that? Try doing it again. Now try doing it every week. Now try doing it multiple times a week if you want. Because if your audience is going to start asking for that, and that's what you need to do for YouTube to share your content, to grow your channel, you have to keep up a certain amount of content. It becomes like a never-ending thing, and it does lead to burnout. There are issues with burnout. I've gotten to burnout points before. You got to be careful. So sometimes if like you're afraid of getting into that kind of groove where you have to constantly feed the beast to grow, this might not be for you. So that's how YouTube works. And Twitch is even worse.
Yeah.
So Kaba can probably tell you, you don't get recognized on Twitch and don't become partner and all that stuff unless you like dedicate hours to streaming. And there's like guidelines you have to follow. Like you can't just run reruns. You gotta like be live a lot and try to grow your audience there. And get people to go to your channel versus the other, 300 people also streaming the same game as you that maybe are doing it more often and stuff. Yeah, Twitch is a whole other beast too. Yeah, so Dale's saying it's funny. Dale's saying this is what I used to do though. Like this is what I tell people to start with. So Dale's saying just using so it's not like when people ask Dale, I want to do what you do. Now Dale, I watched Dale's videos and I know exactly what he does because I've been there. He's using a couple desk lamps, an iPhone 8, and he's using some Uber stacks, which I love those things.
Which are cool,
Those are cool. But I don't film from that angle, so Uber stacks don't work for me.
Yeah, we thought about it, but
I might get them and still try them out. But things like that, so like, I love that his content is clear and it's at a good angle, but I don't want to film that way. I want to do it my own way. So my way is different and involves a lot more stupid equipment to do that. But yes.
But it just shows, right?
Just
filming the same game, you can film it in different angles.
His is great quality. You can hear him super clear. Everything's super clear on the screen. It's all obvious what's happening.
Yep.
And he's narrating it great. And all that with a phone and some desk lamps. So go check out Dale the Casual Gamer. If you just want to stream some game solo, he can, or film game solo, record game solo. Man, I keep telling people, just start with a phone and see what you can put out. Because a lot of popular people, like celebrities and stuff who have tons of followers and people love their content, they literally do it with a freaking phone on a selfie stick. And it's like decent audio, decent video, and it depends on where they are. It could be decent lighting and stuff. But yeah, just get some cheap lights from IKEA, get a camera, or wherever you get your lights from. Grab some lamps around your house. Take off the
first
shades.
start there.
Take off the shades of your lamps, blow the light up in the room, and get your phone out and play.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can figure it out. But yes. So sorry, Dale. And sorry everyone who else asks, and others that I've said I'm not going to share my secrets and leave me alone and all those kind of things I said. More in nicer tones than that. But that is why. It stresses me out, and I don't want to get into that whole area. I don't want to be a support person for that. I will support your habit of buying too many Kickstarters or board games. I will totally support that. Just kidding. But yeah, so anyways, I'm so sorry if I've offended anyone there, but that's just the way, I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it and kind of where I come to it from. Right. So if anyone wants to cancel their Patreon support now, go ahead. It's all good. If it's all good. I'm sorry. That's where I stand. Okay. Any questions?
There, just I think if do you have to click on there or there? Okay.
Yeah, over here.
Click on Roberts. Go down. Like just start from there. Yeah. Go up. There you go.
So Robert's asking, ever look at Folklore the Affliction? Yes.
Yes.
A couple times. It looked awesome. The only problem is the combat system didn't really wow me. I like that it's available in retail now. It's available on Amazon Canada. I have it on my wish list. I have seen it's dropped in price. It was on sale during Gen Con, but it wasn't like the good version, and it wasn't a great shipping to Canada. So I do have it on my list as a game I want to get and add to the collection. But it started to fall below other games in our priority. It is a game I'd like to look at, but the cool part, and this is what I love when we have friends in our gamer group, and they buy games that are different from me, they can bring those games over and we can play them. But in the streaming YouTube little community, Conjay Studios in the chat, I don't know if you can click on his name in the chat, head on over to his channel. I believe, yeah, Conjay, you're streaming this already, or you are soon. I saw it pop up on my subs. But let me know in the chat. I think Conjay's playing through this right now. So if you want more of this, if you want Folklore the Affliction, tomorrow? Okay, I thought so. I thought I saw it on my feed. But yes, Conjay's streaming it tomorrow. But he's playing this game, Folklore the Affliction. If you want to see someone stream it on YouTube, you want to chat with them about it, you want to laugh at them for, getting killed and struggling with a game for fun, or crushing it and cheer him on like you guys do here to me, you can do it to Conjay too. He's playing that game right now. It is something that we may get on the channel in the future, but I do like the way other channels and people in the community are also streaming, and they're streaming different games than I play. So it's good that you can find that content for other games. George A's here. Just popped in to say, I love you guys.
Aww,
that needs to be highlighted. That warms my heart. George, you're awesome. You know you're awesome. Yes, thank you.
Okay, I think I would next go to Janet. I think she's asked that twice.
I'm sorry.
No, right there, yeah.
I need to do it over here, though.
I know. Sorry, I need to control that next time. So I can read the questions while you chat.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Janet's asking, so speaking of Dale the Casual Gamer, Rob, did you get Aeons and Outcast? So if you guys want to watch Aeons and Outcast, go check out Dale the Casual Gamer. No, I'm just joking. But yes, I haven't got it yet. No, I don't think it's come to retail yet. At least I haven't seen it at any of my stores I order from yet.
But I think, aren't people just getting the Kickstarter version?
I think it's still just delivering.
And we didn't back it.
Yeah, we didn't back it. So I will just grab it when it hits retail.
Yeah.
I will just grab it when it hits retail. But yes, I'm getting it for sure.
Then you have a couple in a line there. You can just kind of start going down the list after.
Darius says, what upcoming campaign-style games like Frosthaven are you looking forward to playing? Frosthaven.
Yeah, Frosthaven.
That's it. No, I'm just joking. Frosthaven, Oathsworn.
Yeah.
Has campaign in, I'm pretty sure.
What else are we looking forward to?
The next Pandemic Legacy
Oh.
Season 0. I should be
Yes,
able to
we
grab
need to.
that when it hits retail in
Yeah.
October or November.
Yeah, we should check maybe pre-order
Yeah,
on that.
so many damn games. So many damn games.
Continuing Lord of the Rings
Yep, Lord of the Rings,
Shadow
the next
Pact.
DLC for that.
and the one we're playing, yeah.
Yeah, the one we're currently in, but
'Cause
but
yeah.
that is upcoming. There's another DLC pack coming
Yeah.
that I want to play also when it comes out.
There's always great campaign games.
I want to get more Sword and Sorcery on the channel.
yeah.
I still want to play more of that. We have expansions for that. I want to keep that campaign going. That's something I want to get back to. And there's new stuff for that coming out next year that I do want to grab. If we play through our current stuff, I will look into jumping into that. But that's a campaign game that I like. Francisco Franco saying Rebellion or War of the Ring?
War of the Ring for me. You?
Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings. I'll always pick Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So those games are similar, like length, complexity, play style. They're the same kind of game. They're basically, Rebellion is like the sci-fi version of War of the Ring. I would pick War of the Ring. Rebellion is more beautiful. It's better produced because it's Fantasy Flight Games versus Ares Games.
Okay.
They're both amazing. They're both amazing.
So it depends on the theme you like better.
But yeah, that's the only thing. I
Yeah.
would say they're so similar that I would just pick War of the Ring because I love Lord of the Rings more.
But we have played both.
Yeah, I love both. Both are great. I love those style of games. I love one person playing completely differently, having different goals than the other player.
Yeah.
And the other player feeling super powerful, but the other player feeling weak, but then they have ways to like mess with each other. Oh, I love it.
One thing though is we have played both games, but we've never flipped sides on either of the
Yeah.
games. So we've only both ever played one side.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because we want to get really good with that side,
yeah.
so we had like a nice
so we knew what we were
competitive
doing.
playthrough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Mark's asking, any interest in Shadows of Brimstone? I was interested when I heard it hit lists before of people talking about like adventure, dungeon crawler, whatever type games. But it's just been out for so long. I've heard some not great things about it, and there's so many dungeon crawlers always coming out that I probably would just pass on it. But I would never say never. If I'm like at Gen Con and I go into the auction room and there's a whole bunch of Shadows of Brimstone sitting there for a great price that's used and I can just grab it all and throw it in the trunk and bring it back to Canada, I may do that someday. It is a game I'm interested in, but not something I'm going to go chase down all the content for it. Yeah, it's just been around for a while. But there's so many other games, and like every 10 seconds on Kickstarter, there's a new game that learns from games like Shadows of Brimstone and does it better that might come out. But there's nothing wrong with the game for me. Like, I still would want to get it, but it's just nothing I'm like, it's not on the top of the list for me to grab or anything.
Makes sense.
Drew says, what's your first real game to play with a group once lockdowns end? So, lockdowns have lightened up here. Mm-hmm. So we've still been able to play with our local, because we only have a couple friends that play with us on channel.
Yeah.
And a couple family members that play with us on channel. I don't pull in our other gamers, call them up anymore to play, because they don't really want to play on camera, right? So now I'm doing this full time. When people come over to play, 90% of the time, or maybe 80% of the time, I don't know, it's going to be on live stream. So
Or practicing for the live stream.
Or practicing for live stream, not on camera.
Yeah.
But it's usually the same. So I've already been playing with some of those people, but we've never had them all together at the same time yet to play anything above 4 players.
Right.
We're still keeping it kind of tight and keeping people separated. But if we could get all 6 or 7 or 8 people together,
Can I guess what you would say?
say it.
Game of Thrones, the board game?
Yes, Game of Thrones, the freaking board game
Yeah.
with the Mother of Dragons expansion.
Yeah.
I want to play more of that, and I only want to play that at a super high player count of 6 to 8 players. And that would be the game if I
So
get
good.
everyone around the table again. That's what I want to play. We usually do it every year around the holidays,
Yeah.
for sure, minimum. We play that game whether it's on stream or not.
Yeah.
We get everyone around the table and we backstab each other and yell at each other, and feelings
Feelings
get hurt.
are hurt.
And that is my
Yep.
at least the last time I recorded my top 10 games of all time, that was on there as like, a highly ranked game. And that's the game that got me into the hobby. And that's a game that's like tradition for us. That's like a Christmas tradition kind of idea
Yeah,
for us.
it is.
That we always play around the holidays. We play other times in the year sometimes, and we used to play it more. But now it still comes out, but it's only like once around the holidays.
It seems like we can get people to line up better when people are
Yeah,
off.
yeah. When people are off work
Yeah.
and they can all come over, that's what we try to. That's what I would say is the next game when like, yeah, it's a little more acceptable.
Yeah.
And Matt's here just to say I love you, Mel.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you so
he'll-
much.
he'll
We
never-
love you
yeah.
too, Matt.
Yeah, me and Matt don't really get along at all. So it's like we just kind of tolerate each other. I'm just kidding. I love you, Matt, even if you don't love me.
Sorry, he loves me better.
It's all good. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Thanks, Matt.
So Walk Steady says something that I do appreciate. Relates to what I was talking about before. Walk Steady loves games and tech. I do like technology, don't get me wrong. But when it starts feeling like work, then I get a little worried. But that's just my past. It's nothing to do with now, but it's just what kind of creeps up. But a YouTube channel seems like a fun way to learn more about both. It's true. I do like learning stuff. That's what, like, obviously I love learning new board games. I love learning about new things. There's other things I do as hobbies now that I just love learning new things. So yes, learning about streaming was like mind-blowing and overwhelming. But now I've got more into it. I like learning about new things about it and trying to improve. He says, I think you get a lot of questions because you are doing such a great job. And I do
that's
appreciate
sweet.
that. I don't like to toot my own horn, but that's what I was saying earlier is like when people ask, like, I want to do what you do. I know that's hugely flattering. And
Yeah.
I'm very humbled by it. And it's hard. But yes, it's just like, I want to help, but it's like, I know that it could open a can of worms and just lead to me, sorry guys, like I couldn't really get into this game today because I didn't have time to read the rules because I was like in a call with somebody trying to figure out why their stream wasn't working. So I just don't want to like get into that. I have to prioritize prioritize a channel and my family right now. That's kind of what it's at. I have to be careful where I spend my time.
Luckily, we play a lot of games together.
But I do take them as kudos. Walk Steady 100%. I just don't like to toot my own horn and like I'm very humble and I hate being told I do a great job. I just don't I ignore that. I don't know. I always feel like I could be doing better. I'm never satisfied. I don't know. But anyways. Dragon says, ever looked at the game Claustrophobia? No.
No.
I know, I've heard of
Note it.
I've heard of it. But note it down, yeah. I've heard of it. I think like Z Garcia of the Dice Tower always talks about that game, if I'm correct.
Oh,
But no, but it's not like
not in a
no,
low
no.
complexity.
I don't. It's not a 15-minute party game.
Okay.
Kind of game for him.
Just checking.
But I think so.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Kanje's mentioning, I think the Hunter's AD 2114 may be relevant to your interest.
Okay.
Make note.
Sorry, hold on. It is.
And that's not the first person who's mentioned that too, by the way.
Okay. Noted.
Sir Han's asking, any interest in deduction type games like Mysterium or Deception series of games? Oh, we have both.
We have, yeah.
We have both.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like in the background of the video, and that's why he's asking, but that's crazy. Yeah, I do have Mysterium.
Yeah.
And I do have Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, or whatever. Not sure how they would stream, just never see you play that type of game. We play that type of game with family and off camera. I've just never figured out how to play that on camera as well. But that was before we got into these when we were playing older games on Thursdays, we were doing those goofy, where I didn't stress out as much about how well it came across, just to have fun. That is something, and those were in the list, I think. Some of those were in the list when we were doing our 24-hour stream, or maybe I took them out because I was
because we only could fit so
20,
many.
Yeah. And I was But I just don't know how if those work well with an audience, or if there's a way to have the audience involved would be good.
I know. I always think of games that we own that we could play with the chat.
Yeah, those would fit that, I think.
But those would fit.
Yeah, see, the reason why I don't play the games like that is because it does this. I have to sit there and kind of figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And then it's it's the little barrier, but I should try it. We should try it.
Okay. Yeah.
So put down like, yeah, that's a to-do. That's a for sure to-do.
Okay, let's.
But thank you for reminding me, Sirhan. Yes, we need to. I want to try streaming some deduction games to see how that works. Check out Tabletop Mysterium.
Tabletop Mysterium, is that like
Is
playing
that a
on like
digital way?
Tabletopia
Is that like a
or
digital
like
way to do it?
Tabletop Simulator? Because
Kanjay asks, will you play Game of Thrones digital with Patreons? We can do that. If there are people that want to dedicate however many hours it's going to take to play a digital playthrough. But I could just play it not on stream too. If you guys want to play a game, we add each other to friends list and just kick off a game where we play like the asynchronous mode or whatever, if that exists, where we, you have like a day to make your turn. I will totally start any game like that with you guys for sure.
yeah, and especially if it has Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I just don't root. Like I don't know if they updated it. I haven't played it honestly in a bit, but like, man, there needs to be a better way to like add friends to a game in there or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah. But yes, I do want to play the crap out of the game, and it's cool now I can play Game of Thrones without getting everyone together. So that may be the way we play Game of Thrones this year. If we can't get everyone together on the same day, or people are kind of iffy about doing it, or people can't get kids, like...
Or we don't know where COVID will be once winter comes.
Yeah, we'll see.
So,
but yeah, that might be the way this year we play Game of Thrones, the board game, is with the digital version.
Okay, and like webcams?
We could do webcams or just in Discord with
in
like
Discord,
an audio chat or whatever, and video chat.
Yeah.
That might be the way we do it. And the next day of Festivus, you have the airing of grievances.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what I was doing.
We get
there.
that reference.
Yes, yes, we do.
Definitely.
So you don't carry the grudges over all year.
Well, some do. We don't, but some definitely
man.
do. Did you lose where you were?
No. I saw somebody mention a game I've wanted forever. But I think we talked about it last time, too.
What game? I missed it. I'm reading like 3 different chats here.
I got you. Rob, you suck. You're welcome. You can thank me later. Thank you. That drives me now.
Yeah,
I gotta be better.
He likes that.
I gotta be better. Yes. I like being told what I need to do better at rather than, you're doing great. I just feel like it drives me more. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's like a previous employer that kind of beat that into me or something. I had a close friend explain it to me one time. I was a little insecure updating my resume and applying for a job that was like a little out of my realm. And I said, I can learn and do anything, so I don't care. Like I can walk into an interview and like impress, no problem. I can be very confident when I need to be.
He's good with his words.
Yeah, I can be very like I can convince if I want and show you like I'm not an idiot. I'll figure it out. I am kind of an idiot about some things, but I can toot my own horn in that respect and put on that confidence when in the job world. But at first I was a little nervous when I was changing jobs after being at the same position for 10 years and I was going to find a new job. I was super nervous. And I had a previous boss of mine who became a super close friend. Actually, was a super close friend who then became my boss, who then still is my friend, basically tell me, Rob, it was our last employer, used to never reward and never make you feel good about yourself and always make you feel like you're never doing a good enough job. And that was built into their system of constantly making employees work and slave with little reward. And they always they would purposely, they're only allowed to tell the department so many employees are doing great and they only have so much bonus money to give out. So certain employees, they would have like, let's say 5 employees in a department doing great. They're only allowed to tell like 2 of them they're doing that great and give them high reviews because they can't give 5 employees all a raise or extra big bonuses. They can only give like 1 or 2. So they'd have to tell those other employees they still weren't doing that great. You're only rated a 3 out of 5, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I really had that problem, but I learned that they did that and I didn't realize it as I was going through it. And yeah, after I did, I think maybe it was just an employer kind of, but Kanji, that's the way it was. Yeah. That was the workforce mentality there. Like I loved a lot of people there. It was fun, but the management and the culture, that's the way the company culture was. Bernardo knows a company like that.
It's not a rare thing though. That's
I know
common,
it's not.
Right?
It's more common now. They make you feel like you're lucky you're here.
Yeah.
when you really need to feel like, job, you're lucky you have me.
Yeah, because you know how expensive it would be to hire and train someone else.
Yes. So I've learned that now since getting out,
Yeah.
but I remember my confidence issue was like shot because I was like, man, I suck at my job. I'm not great. No company will hire me. And then he talked me down. He told me realistically he had already got a job outside that company and told me like, no, man, you do great and companies will see you do great. And there are companies that will reward you and make you feel great and build you up and stuff. But yeah, it's something maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think people are agreeing with you, so
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Who wins more off camera, Rob or Mel?
Rob. You know why? I can tell you why. Because I'm too soft.
Yeah.
I will.
She's kind-hearted.
Yeah, and there would be times where probably I should make a move where maybe I could attack, and then I'm like, oh, then he's gonna have no guys left, so we'll just wait. And then by then he's like ruthless, and he's like attack, 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 and then I'm dead. I'm like, oh, dang it.
So
I missed my opportunity.
Yes, I'm super competitive, and also being a father, I very much believe in don't give your child the easy path and let them win. Like, be real with them. They'll never grow and become stronger in life. That's the way I feel with my opponents in board games. I know maybe I've turned people off of certain games, and I've learned to kind of, for new players when I'm teaching, to not play so hard. Like, just let them win. Then you kind of hook them. I still, sometimes at my competitive side, when I'll see the players figuring out the game and getting really good at it, I'll switch up my strategy last minute and pull out the real Rob and maybe come through with a win or become close. Try to keep the game close. But that is, yes, Matt, that is why everyone hates Rob.
Yeah, but if you watch, like you can probably see that there's times where I could make more optimal moves and I don't because in my head I'm like, oh.
But I try to teach you, don't be that way.
I know,
like,
but
that doesn't improve anything. There's nothing
but
good
I don't
about
care.
that.
I don't care if I win or lose so much, as you know, because I don't get mad when I'm losing. I'm still having fun. I'm still laughing.
Yes.
So
this is Jim knows my teaching methods now.
Well, let's see.
This is my plan on teaching. Here's this new board game. First I will kill you, then I'll teach you a little more, then I'll kill you some more, then I'll teach you some more. Kill.
Yeah.
But that's not the way to teach games. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Yes.
And
I know. I'm trying to get better.
Yeah. Or I might just forget like something small, like a small rule that I'm like, oh, and he won't remind me where I would remind him of a rule that
Or
he
I
says.
forget sometimes too.
Yeah, true.
I'll forget. Like, I'm
True.
not paying attention to fully what your situation is. I'm worried about my situation. So if there was a point in the game, like in War of the Ring, for
I know,
example,
but I didn't want to spoil, but everyone knows.
Yeah, I didn't
there was a
realize-
situation there. And in my head, I knew the situation, but I thought I needed to wait till the next turn. Anyways, yeah,
so
we
she
don't want
just,
to spoil
like,
anything,
rules
but
kind of mess up. But I forgot it was an option. I didn't realize Mel was in striking position.
yeah, which I
Or
knew
else
and I didn't want to say.
Or I would have covered my butt a little better.
Yeah.
But I was being dumb in that playthrough too and not watching strategically all
Yeah.
my bases. So, yeah. So sometimes it's not just Mel being kinder, it's just her not realizing.
I just forget
and I'm not
sometimes,
realizing.
right? You play something for 4 hours, you might forget something small, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that was huge because I would have won.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, Rob is the winner usually.
Oh.
But we'll try to change some of that. Maybe we'll.
All right, bye Dale. Have a good day.
Oh, bye, Dale, sorry.
I missed that. Saying things out. Whoops. It's rolling. I want to do this one first. Brian says, I say all family ends at the table. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but I will hurt you.
Exactly what he thinks. Exactly. But you have to play with somebody that is okay to lose. I'm okay to lose. I don't care. I'm not sad. I don't get mad. If I make a mistake that made me lose, it might eat at me for a while, but.
So the copper says, Mel, you need to teach my wife. Even when I try to let her win, I win and she gets mad.
Oh no. I don't know that I can help with that.
I don't know what to give there.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe is she like really into board gaming, or is she just kind of doing it to make you happy, that she doesn't want to get into the strategy of it and really start thinking about it and like analyzing it too deeply? Or maybe she's just not a strategic thinker or a tactical thinker kind of thing and like trying to outsmart opponents. Maybe she's just looking for a fun time. And that's exactly where I was going with Scabra. Maybe co-ops is all you put on the table. There are some players like that just don't want to be cutthroat. They don't like confrontation. They don't want to try to outsmart. They don't like the challenge of beating a human opponent. just play co-op.
Yeah.
Play co-op, let them fight a random deck of AI instructions, help them carry them to beat the game and feel like you've teamworked it up. Oh, Kanje's got to run. Kanji, see you
bye,
later, buddy.
Kanji.
Thank you so much. And take the compliments, you've earned them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like Mark's saying here, I don't deal well with competitive games. I really prefer cooperative.
Yeah.
And that's why for our, like, for example, Shaolia Warring States, during that playthrough, I was being like, don't everyone back this. Like, keep this in mind. This is a competitive game. Yes, there's a solo mode, but it is competitive.
Yeah.
Like, don't buy it unless you have people to play competitive with you. Because I know there's a segment of the board gaming hobby that love board games, but then they start to think they're only playing Euros that are like where you're just literally playing solitaire at the table, trying to like get to the most points.
Yeah.
But that was like a in-your-face competitive style game, so like it's not for everyone, and I know that. That's why I'm trying to like keep saying that, because I'd hate you to get it and then you're like, oh, I played my wife and now we're getting a divorce. Like,
Oh my god.
I beat my wife in Shaolia and she hates my guts now and took the kids, and yeah, it's like, sorry, I'm sorry, I
God.
tried to warn you.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't care if I lose.
Whoops. Oh, it keeps rolling here and I click. Honestly, I have emotional scars from how brutal my family was about games, says Matt.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah, see, then you got to play more cooperative games. And then,
Oh, yeah, sorry, Kate. I meant to bring this question up before.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
you've
yeah.
asked this twice now. The chat starts going and it gets off my screen, and I'm trying to keep up. I apologize. But Kate asks, do you think you might ever bring out a Game of Thrones, the LCG card game again, Joust or Melee? Oh, Joust.
oh, he would love to, I'm sure.
Yeah, Melee is okay. It
was okay.
It's more of a board game. It might fit more on the channel, like to play it casual, doing some Melee. But if you can get the people, that's the other thing. To like reteach that game and get back into it. I have all the cards. I have, except for second edition. When I stopped playing it, I stopped buying it also. Because I was like, nope, I'm going to focus these funds on the games I'm actually getting to the table. Because the local scene dried up. And it was down to a couple players left. And it just bored the hell out of me. And I couldn't keep going.
Yeah.
And now they don't even make any more cards for it. And I doubt they ever will again. Even though they say they will, if George R. R. Martin writes another book, they might pull some other content in. But
They
it's
won't
really,
have the fan base at that point.
they won't have the sales, and Asmodee didn't really want them pumping out so many LCGs that weren't really making enough money, so that's why they slimmed it down.
Yeah.
And focus on the co-op ones that seem to be printing money for them. But the competitive scene is hard for organized play. FFG's not really great at organized play, and the LCG model, yeah, it's just. But I think about that game all the time. It may come to the channel. I may just play it for fun on a stream one time. But my card game of choice, if I were to play a game where I'm taking my opponent on, it would be Keyforge still. That's the one I would bring out and put to the table. It's not as intimidating to get back into. Very easy to crack a deck. Just quickly reread the rules and play it again.
Yeah, there's no deck building, right? You just pick up a deck and start playing.
Yep, I don't have to look through the card pool. I'm sure I can go net deck still for Game of Thrones. I'm sure those websites are still.
Yeah, but it's still a pain to net deck the deck, find all the cards, create the deck, leave the deck, you know?
Kate's saying they won't make new cards. The fan community is making cards now for AGOT. I assume people would be making cards for AGOT. I assume people would keep that alive because that community was awesome. And a lot of friendships were built from that community.
Mm-hmm.
I just got out of those communities because it was depressing me.
Yeah.
I couldn't stay because I wasn't playing the game and I felt like I was missing out and it was stressing me out. So when I stopped playing and it dried up locally for me, I had to step back from like the global meta and all the awesome people, you know, that like Roy and Alejandro and these awesome guys that I met through playing that game. Will Wentz, like so many people I've just not talked to in so long. Aaron Glazer, kind of. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, so these awesome people that I've met at tournaments, bonded with, kept chatting with online. I miss all those players from that community. But I still see them.
We still see them when we go to like Gen Con because they still go.
And yes, and I stop by and we chat it up and we talk and it's great.
Yeah.
And like
Reminisce.
Yeah, we reminisce and stuff. But like
Yeah,
it's very sad that game, and I should have known that game's not going to go on forever. It's like once the HBO show stops, it's like sales are going to slow and, you know, they'll just cut ties with it. But Yeah, I don't know about doing fan-made cards and stuff. Keeping up with an LCG that has a super small community is just, it's hard for me. I don't know. I need players locally playing it too, so
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough. But I do miss the game, Kate. You don't even understand.
Yeah.
I
He's
miss
going to be
it so
thinking
much.
about that now today.
Yep. I think about cracking open the boxes all the time. I have them staring at me in my office. They're all sitting on shelves in the closet in my office, and it's like I see it all there. I'm just like, man, I can't get rid of it. I just want to pull it out and I want to put it in frames. I want to make those collages of Game of Thrones cards. Let's see here. Get out of here, dragon. Get out of here.
So if we ever have get a divorce, I'll have no issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing there. So what I'm being told is I gotta be more gentler in games.
Yeah.
That's what I
might lose
get
me.
the hints. Yep.
You guys are funny.
Mel, I'll let you win every time. Marry me. Oh man. Kate says, I can make you decks. Konjik can confirm. I love deck building. Are you doing it for him for Arkham Horror? Building him decks for that game? Is that what's happening here?
That's a skill not everybody has, or
Yeah.
a love that not everybody has,
Yep.
for sure.
I net deck, I play it, and then I tweak the crap out of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I play LCGs. I tried deck building from scratch before. I remember one time at Worlds, we got some new Game of Thrones second edition cards early. I spread them out on a table. I was deck building with some friends and some other fellow players, and it was fun to try to make a deck out of scratch and play it. Was fun, and it actually did well. So like I play it so much, I figured out which cards are kind of good, what guys kind of go together. It's just a time commitment of doing that.
Yeah.
I like the websites, like the DB websites where you can build a deck on there and see stats and stuff. I love that. It makes it easier than spreading cards out on a table and looking through a giant collection. But yeah, so I appreciate people like you, Kate, who do make decks and share them with people. Love it, because I know that's part of the hobby people love, and that's the part of the hobby that I don't love as much. I love the gameplay. I love the interaction with people. I love thinking up cool strategies and stuff on the fly and making the best with a situation. I love that.
Jim is asking, what is the game directly behind you and between you and Mel? Street Masters? This one?
It's either Small World of Warcraft, Street Masters maybe.
This game that's directly behind and between you and Mel. But he could
What
see
color? What color
which one?
box?
So we'll see. But I think it might be this one, because that one you could see the title of. Oh, I didn't even see that Mark answered. Oh, Small World. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I didn't see that.
Oh,
I didn't see
Small
that
World.
Mark
Okay.
answered
Yeah.
you. Sorry.
Yeah, we're streaming that on Monday
Yeah.
evening, Jim. So you'll see it on the channel in a couple days. Monday night, 7 p.m. probably Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna play it 2-player, show it off. Eventually, play it on the channel with more players.
Yeah.
It's basically Small World. So if you know what Small World is by Days of Wonder, but it's re-themed and a couple rules modifications with the World of Warcraft license. It's a very pretty version of Small World, I'll say that. But yeah, we'll show that off. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm. I never played Small World, but that game was fun.
Yeah, I always wanted to have Small World in my collection, but I just never did. And then the opportunity came up where Asmodee Canada was like, hey Rob, we got this awesome game. You want to play it on your channel? And I said, yeah, I've always wanted Small World. I checked first. I was like, how different is it? Did you break it? But they didn't break it. It's still very much Small World. So I was like, yes. And Janet, we answered this earlier. Hello. But I don't have it yet. But I will get it once I can find it at retail. I'll throw it on the next board game order. Or I may pre-order it if it's still available for pre-order locally. Just throw it on the next order, and then when it comes, it comes. But yes, I will be getting Jagged Earth. For sure.
Yep.
For sure. I don't think it's available in retail yet. That one's delivering right now for a lot of people, I think, still.
Or it was last month or something, I think.
Or last month, yeah.
Yep. And then the next one. What's the game? This one here with the A. Force of Adramon. This is a Hexplorer game.
Yeah, Drew's saying it right here.
Yep.
Hexplore
Hexplorer. Yep.
Force of Adramon.
Yep.
It's the second volume of the Hexplore It series. Just go to Board Game Geek or search on the internet, type Hexplore It, like Hexplore space It. It's a series of games. They're gonna, I guess, be doing 6 of them. The third one was on Kickstarter, delivering later this year. Yeah, it's a series. But Forest of Adramon's the second one in that series. The first one is off
I've been
camera.
watching you play it. Okay. Maybe they just don't know,
Yeah.
know the box cover. Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah. Sorry, if you didn't see the box cover,
Yeah.
Yeah, Forest of Adramon. Yeah, I have streams of it on the channel. You guys know. You know.
Okay. Travis says, any upcoming painting streams? Love the last one. Well, you must have missed when we got an influx of donations to hit that goal. So yes.
Yes, we hit that goal just today during the stream.
Yeah.
So that Mel will start doing monthly painting streams. We'll keep that going. So thank you so much.
Yep.
To celebrate reaching that goal, Mel's gonna do a painting stream once a month. We'll keep that going. But yes.
Yeah.
We'll try to do one this week, I think.
We can
We should
try.
do that. If not, then next week. But
Because we could get one in this month. Maybe. We can try.
All right. So I think we'll wrap it up there. We went a little bit longer, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us on these live streams, these Q&A live streams. Where is this? Just want to make sure I got all this answered. Yeah, I think we covered everything. But yeah, so we'll schedule another one of these. It'll happen in a month. We'll keep this going. These streams were reaching another Patreon goal we reached a while back. So we'll keep this going. So look for another one near the end of October. If you have any questions, bring them there. Ask them on other live streams though too. If I miss them, I'm sorry. Or if I don't want to answer them on the time, I'll let you know, or don't take offense if I miss it. Sometimes the chat goes too quick and I'm focused on the game and I miss questions and I'm so sorry. But yeah, bring them to the Q&As. Or leave them if you're watching this and you missed this live. Drop questions down in the comments below, actually. What we'll do is look at the last stream and grab questions out of there. So if you have any questions you'd like to ask, yes, I'm sorry, they'll be answered like a month from now. Maybe I'll just answer them in the comments below. We'll see. But drop them in the comments below. Thank you everyone for watching. Hit that like button if you like watching this. And we'll see you guys in some other live streams coming up. Thank you everyone for the new support, the new Patrons. Thanks everyone who's been supporting the channel so far. You're all awesome. What's Dragon saying? Thank you, Mel's. You look at this jerk face right here. Thank you, Mel's Gaming Table. Special guest Rob.
You're so funny.
Love it.
So
love
funny.
It. Yeah. Where's this block button here? This delete block. I don't know how to do this now. I'm just joking. But yes, thank you so much for hanging out in our monthly thing where we just chat and discuss and update. If you have any ideas or anything you want to have us discuss next month, again, drop it down in the comments below on this video. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, those who are watching our Aftermath playthrough. And we'll be back Monday evening with Small World of Warcraft and then more Aftermath if it's still going. Lord of the Rings, Shadow's Past campaign still going. And
We'll try to do a painting stream in there too if we can.
And we'll have other stuff pop up on the channel. Splice and Dice, Too Many Bones is coming. Lots of playthroughs coming this month. So subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll be back for more. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.